What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Microtransaction Game Review. I'm your host, Chris, and the John to the my dear. It's Liquid. Liquid, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm feeling good. She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Mhm.
She's loving my farmer's tan. Everything's great. Actually, not as great as you would think, but we'll get into that. But other than that, I'm well. I know we're recording this on a Monday. And Eric goes up on Wednesday. Hopefully, everybody's Wednesday is doing great. How's your Wednesday? Yeah, enough about that though. Yeah, Chris, we're good. What do you got from? What are we doing today?
Today we're reviewing our first sim game. It is oh my god, I just had a brain fart.
Farming Simulator 19.
I said it like 90 times to 90 different people, and I forget when
The
the
fact that you
camera's
said it's our
on.
first sim game, I'm like, dude, you got half the fucking name already pretty much done. Like,
Forget
simulator.
the
You
word
already know
farm.
simulator. You know what you're doing in the game. We just
Oh
got.
lord.
I think the hard,
Oh,
the hardest part would have been 19. I think, to be honest, and you still couldn't get.
I'm like what is the game where you're harvesting stuff, but it's
Harvester Simulator.
simulation? Oh, I'm an international harvester.
Is that another song?
Anyway,
Never heard of
that
it.
is another song.
Really? Is it Kenny
Yeah,
Chesney?
sure.
Yeah, why not? Who
Isn't
knows?
it all Kenny Chesney? If I ask you to. Anyway, wait, hold on. I gotta sing that song. Anyway,
Okay.
I digress. But we reviewed the game. We decided it's coming out on Game Pass. Let's explore. And if you guys for some reason aren't on Game Pass, it is on Steam for $35, and for console regular purchase $50.
I don't know why
So
would you do that though? Right?
okay, and that's the segue. Liquid, what did you think of this game?
Okay, so man, this game, it's so I went in with the mindset. It's funny. I love starting these things off with like how I went into the game and then how I left the game. That's kind of like that's what I
Okay.
love doing that. So I went into the game thinking Farming Simulator 19. There's an ass load of or should I say a truckload of farming simulators out there. There's a whole bunch, right? And so I'm like, these things got to be good, right? They must keep selling. They have to, right? Then when I played it, I realized like, oh, this is why. Because you could probably sell 2 copies and already make your money's back. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, like as soon as I open the game up, right? And what's funny is that like I'm already dreading because like I'm gonna have to. I didn't record any gameplay, so I still gotta play the game now.
Recording this video?
What's that?
How like are you, I was messing with you. Are you recording this
Oh,
video?
who knows anymore, right? But so now I gotta record some gameplay. So if you see some gameplay up, it's after the fact, and it's
Yeah.
yeah, it sucks. But yeah, when I first played it out, like the first thing I noticed, because like you go in, you pick your like where you're gonna farm at, you pick your difficulty or whatnot, and then you start creating your character. But you already see the farm in the background. And the first thing that I noticed is that just loading into it to begin with. Granted, this was my first time loading into it. It took forever. Did it take forever for you for loading in for the first time, the initial load?
No.
Really, this thing took forever for some reason. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
It might
Anyways,
honestly it might be because I'm on Xbox Series S.
okay, could be, and it also could be. Granted, take it with a grain of salt as well, because in the middle of playing, I was also doing some editing. So there was times where I lowered the game down to go look at the editing, make sure everything was good there, and then I brought the game back up. So it could have delayed it even more. So part of that could be my fault. Whatever. Um, First thing I noticed is the shadows. The shadows. So when you know a game does a good job with shadows, cameras, it's because it's not noticeable. When you can't notice these kind of things, then they've done a good job, right? The first thing I noticed was the shadows. They weren't like a smooth, like when you could tell time when it's getting darker. They weren't smooth. The shadows were moving, but it was like it was stuttering. Like it was like it would like it looked like you were at like 10 frames per second is what it felt like. And like the first time I saw that, I was like, wow, this is like I'm like I already know what kind of game we're getting into. I'm like I see it. It's kind of like a half-ass game. It's literally there for people who don't play game. I don't think it's there for like your average video game consumer. I don't like you can't like I even the controls, like messing with the controls. I had everything on the keyboard. There were certain buttons where I'm like, why is this button here when it could have been here would have made it a lot more easier, maybe even made it a lot more sense, I thought. So that was bothering me. Like, I just feel like a lot of the buttons sort of did useless things when they could have either been mapped to the same button, which is odd because I'm usually complaining that there's too many options mapped to one button. The Call of Duty, for example. But
Mm,
but whatever, you know what I'm saying? I got through it. I went to one tractor, did that stuff, then went to the other tractor, did that stuff. I only know the word tractor. I don't know any of the names for these. I was just like, there's a big tractor, there's my yellow tractor, there's my little tractor. You know what I'm saying? I bought a pickup truck. I called it tractor. Um, yeah, but
that's out.
that's kind of what I did. I went through some of the tutorial. Like I said, you're gonna probably see some gameplay here where I'm going through whatever the hell I'm going through right now. Enjoy that. Yeah,
Whoa!
that's pretty wild. But yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. What about you, Chris?
Well, Liquid, you took time,
Mhm.
really got down, you played the game, and that's really good stuff. I played for like 20 minutes, realized it was making me nauseous,
Oh,
and then stopped playing because the way the I don't know why, and this is a me thing, not a thing on the game. I'm gonna preface that. So, but I realized like the camera, the way it slid, it didn't feel like it felt like too smooth of a transition. So it was just like gliding, and I'm like, what's happening? Because I feel like it should be like a person, and it wasn't, bro. It totally messed my equilibrium
like
up.
when you
That
were
was a me
walking,
thing.
like when you were walking
Yeah,
in
when
first
I was
person.
yes,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
when I was in the hub world. So I'm gonna talk about my experience, and I'm gonna lead into. Well, yeah, you pretty much wrapped up your
Yeah, that's pretty much
rigmarole,
my
right?
spiel. There's really nothing else I can really
Okay,
say about it.
because I'm about to go. Okay, so I went into it. First I asked Liquid. I was like, Liquid, do I need to do the tutorial first, or do I need to head to the campaign? And he's like, oh, just head into the campaign. It's fine. I went in, and then I was like, it dropped me in the middle of a farm because there's three difficulty levels, and I found out because I did some research. Um, and there's three difficulties, and the thing is, and you start off on the easiest one, you have a farm pretty much set up. If you play on the hardest difficulties, you got to go to the bank, get some loans, and do the whole rigmarole.
Right.
And it like I was just like, oh my god, dude! Like it's based essentially the game apparently can be as hard and as difficult as you want it to be. What I went into it, basically, I played it, I didn't like it, I didn't even finish the tutorials. I'm like, I can't do this because it seemed like there was like tutorials on tutorials on tutorials, and I was like, I don't need to memorize the schematics of a game before I want
Yes.
to play it. Like, warm me into it. You made it so jarring. You didn't give me out. And honestly, I wanted to start this game on a good fit.
Get fit football.
Jesus. Asomorphs. Anyway,
Oh,
you had to be there. Anyway,
yeah.
so all that was happening, and I just didn't enjoy it. So then I was just like, oh no. Chris, you haven't even played 20 minutes of this game, and you have to do a review on it, and you can't sound like a dingus. So I began the road to YouTube, and I went on a raid. I went on a raid.
Don't skip raid day.
So don't skip raid day. So like apparently the community is pretty big for Farming Simulator,
Oh, really?
and apparently there's two kinds of people who try to play Farming Simulator. People like us who play and like, oh no. And there's other people that love doing the same thing over and over and over again, monotonous, growing up a farm, and then that's the people who play it. So many people, I would look on reviews and other people's personal opinions. They're like, this is the most relaxing game I've ever played on planet Earth. He's like, I love coming home from work and
Uh-huh.
coming here and then fixing up my farm.
Wow. That.
I
So it's like a tranquility kind of thing for them.
Yes, and that's what, and it's and the thing is, we're complaining about the graphics.
Yeah.
This year's game is the graphic boost. They made a new
Really.
engine for this game. Yes,
Wow.
2019 had it, and apparently there's a dog in between tasks you can play fetch with.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, I
Yeah,
wish I would have got to that. I would have probably given it a little more positive scoring there. Go ahead.
a poor little truck. He never came to be. Anyway, and but apparently he'll glitch in and out of existence. But I digress.
That's promising.
Um, Okay. Um, it gives a homeward bound and got shit on the docket.
Right.
Farming Simulator. Um, but so yeah, and apparently for $250, there's a peripheral that's made for this game, and it comes with
Oh,
levers, has levers and stuff, and people just farm.
I have seen that
And
before. I have seen that.
yeah, and there's an online multiplayer component where you guys can get your group together, 6 people on console, 12 people on PC, where you can get together, do task, and build a farm together. But you can invite people to your farm, so it becomes like
A little
what's the
social
game on
space.
Nintendo? Yeah, like what's the game on Nintendo where you can invite people to your island? It took the world by
Oh,
storm.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing. So it's kind of like Animal Crossing, and you can invite people to your farm and stuff like
Right.
that. And this game openly accepts mods. It is like I think I'm
Okay.
not sure, but like one of the very few games you could openly mod the game to, and the game encourages it. I don't think it helps with achievements or trophy, not trophies. It's on PlayStation. Yeah, trophies.
Mm-hmm.
It like doesn't help you with there, but it's
Mm-hmm.
basically free content. So apparently, Farming Simulator has a huge modding community.
So have did you manage to see any strange mods during your plowing through the fields there of YouTube watching?
No, because it's like, it legit just came out, so it hasn't come out there. But
Okay.
apparently, people just know that it's gonna come.
Yeah.
And I think, you know how we started off the game and there's two different farms, like the one obviously in Europe and the one in America?
Right.
Apparently, there's a third place if you play online.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Now, because I want to touch back on the multiplayer part of it.
Mhm.
You mentioned that you got the online people, or I'm sorry, not online, but you get to invite people over. You guys can farm together. Can you farm against
Mhm.
each other, like have a farm off or something? Is that a thing?
Well,
Any tractor racing?
no, this is not Footloose. You can't track a race against each other,
Oh
okay?
shit.
Where have all the good men
Yeah,
gone? And where are all the guys?
yeah,
Anyway,
tractor racing.
you
No, no
can't do
tractor
that,
racing.
okay?
All right. Well, that sucks.
No
That's
tractor
unfortunate.
jousting.
Yeah, Fast and Furious tractor racing.
Oh, it's all about family.
Oh,
Um,
the farming family.
but
Okay.
anyway, but so that seems to be involved in the game. People love it. People are like, man, I love getting on after, and it wasn't just one person that kept on hearing this. It was like 6 different YouTube videos where like I like getting a nice drink at the end of my day and playing this game.
I
Hearing people say this, like I was like, okay, the game just wasn't for me. But
yeah.
this game obviously, and this game's been around for a decade.
Yeah, no, that I know. I know it's been around for a
You know
long
that.
time. But and that's why I figured I'm like, oh well, it has to be good if it's been around this long. I'm like, no, I just think it's really cheap to make, and they get a few sales, and it works out. Um, yeah, I didn't know the community was as big as as it sounds.
I
Um,
wouldn't say big, I would say committed.
okay, so they got a committed community, the old double
Mhm.
C's. Um, I love double C's, but
Yep.
the only thing better
You
than a
know
double
how
C
you
is a
love
double
C's.
D.
Oh no, I thought you meant C's because of the extra episode.
No,
Oh,
no.
you think I'm letting that go? I'm not. You have to
Oh,
pay $1 for that story though.
yeah, get the story. By the way, I think it's a good transition to talk about that here. For anyone who's ever
Lead the way.
who's interested, we have a Patreon. It's $1 a month. Go check it out. We just released this new video. Just dropped technically today as of July 19th. Well, for us, for you, it's July 21st. Anyways, but yeah, you pay the dollar. You get to hear about our stories, our past crushes, and they're gonna catch you off guard. And I recommend anybody to watch it. It's a good fun time, and yeah, check it out.
Well, I guess that'll lead into a yay or nay. Liquid, you're gonna yay or you're gonna nay it?
I mean, the thing is, I'm gonna nay it, but I feel terrible because like you said, they've got this committed community, and that's fine. I'm not here to tell people that hey, you're wrong for liking this game after work. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where I would get off work and I would just want to shoot motherfuckers in the face in Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Not in real life. I like how I left Call of Duty at the very end, like oh my god, like yeah, don't pause that video
He's
yet.
a murderer.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't fault anybody for that. You want to come home, you want to unwind. Maybe you want to come home from the farm, you want to unwind by getting loose on the farm virtually. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know. Get a little lemonade, maybe throw a little, concoction in there, a little spice it up a little bit. But for me personally, because that's all I got, that's all I can go by is my personal experience. I'm gonna have to go with an A. It's just I feel like the game is just slapped together. I don't feel like it like I said, it's just these little things that I'm just like just very jarring, and I'm like, oh man, like I've seen indie games that look and feel and play better than this. I think if that wasn't there, you might even get a little bit of a different response from me. I just feel like it has too many problems. And granted, to the average gamer, or not even the average gamer, but the person who probably doesn't play games and just wants this experience, that probably doesn't bother them. That's probably perfectly fine. That's probably like that. That's okay. And you know what? If that's what you enjoy, by all means. But for me personally, just too many issues, too many problems. Yeah, like if something happens where they could fix it. Hell, maybe there's a mod that does fix a lot of these the issues that I ran into, but I'm not willing to go out of my way to look for it. I'm gonna give it an A.
Well, I'm of two minds of this. I'm with my personal way, the way I felt like I want to look at it, where I didn't enjoy it. There was a mountain of tutorials to get into it. I didn't appreciate the graphics, and I feel like all doing research did was give me reason like excuses. And then with this game, it's also I guess the largest amount of farm equipment ever.
Okay, I you see
Like by brand.
I see what you're saying. There was a lot of brands when I was cycling through the customization. The only one that I recognized was John Deere, but there was a lot in there. And
Yeah.
yeah, since that's what I went with. I went with the good old John Deere hat.
Yeah. If I'm talking about for me as a fan of non-farming, I've never really played an actual simulator. Like the closest thing I could say I played to a simulator is probably Gran Turismo, to be perfectly frank. Um, so as a me personally, I'm gonna say nay.
Yeah,
But little caveat: if you're a fan of simulators and you want a relaxing game and you like tutorials and you like your video games with a lot of tasks,
right.
because there's people who love that, then this game could be very much for you.
Hmm.
So it's just like it was bad for me. It was bad for Liquid.
Right.
But we don't like to consume that kind of content that way. But if like being in charge of like a farm and managing your crops and then doing all these things and maybe playing with people, if that's of interest to you, go ahead.
Yeah. Have at it.
So yeah. Um, well, guys, I'm gonna say that wraps up our ideas and our impressions of our review. The next game we're gonna play is Chris Tales. Did we decide on that?
I would like to. Chris Tales has been out on Switch. It's been out on Steam. Game Pass is getting it, so we're gonna do an official review. Chris, let them know what kind of trouble we've been having though.
Well, guys, it was supposed to come out July 19th, and that isn't with a recording. And then, as of now, hold on, do. I clicked into it, and it is 8 o'clock our time, and it says you're too early. We know you really want to get started, but you have to wait a bit longer. There's only 4 hours left in the day. What are you talking about?
Right.
So,
And it's not like they're working on some like this game's been out or on other platforms. They literally just have to port it over to Game Pass. I don't understand what's going on. Oh,
I have it pre-downloaded.
now Chris, I think you're a day early.
It says July 19th here.
Then Game Pass is incorrect because I'm in. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not correct. I don't know. You would think that Game Pass would be the ultimate source to find out when it's coming out, right? When it's
Yeah.
coming out to its own platform. But everything online says July 20th. Tomorrow is when it's coming. So now, is it the? I don't know if you're standing still or frozen. uh, but
Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. It's the 20th. Regardless, I think it's still great enough time for us to review it. I'm excited for it still. Doesn't change that part of it.
bruh. Xbox. Hold on. Liquid. I need you not to talk right now. I need to talk to Philly. Philly.
Go ahead.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
So, Uncle Phil, it's your favorite person on planet Earth, Chris. So someone at Game Pass messed up. They got me excited for this game. I have it pre-downloaded, and it's messed up on Game Pass. I'm looking at it right now, and it says comes out the 19th. It is the 19th, and it's still not here. So if you could just fire whoever's in charge of that, that'd be real nice. Thank you.
Not too much
Wait,
to
when you come
ask.
back.
Yeah, I don't think that's too much to ask for, right? Just
Eh,
end someone's career. Why not?
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
come
all.
on. Like, put your money where your mouth is, Uncle Phil. You want better for the? Let's do better.
Do
No,
better
no.
for me. Do better
I mean,
for me.
we do have a lot of positive Game Pass stuff to talk about. So sometimes there's some negative stuff. We just want ultimately we love Game Pass. We just want it to be as the best Game Pass it could possibly be. So don't take this as hate. It's critique, small critique.
Take it as a little bit of hate from me, critique from him, hate from me. Put the right date on it. It's not hard. I'm not asking. It's not big. I'm not asking for Halo tomorrow. That would be great. But I'm not asking for Halo tomorrow.
Now, could it be that wait, when did you first download it?
Yesterday.
Okay, never mind. Then my theory is out the window, just like that.
Uncle Phil, fire someone.
Oh wait, when you said
Uh,
yesterday, did you mean after midnight?
no.
Okay, my theory is
Oh.
still out the window.
Yeah, because I was looking through some games. I'm like, man. I'm like, wait, isn't that game coming out tomorrow? I'm like, oh, 19th is tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to download it now. So when I get out of work and I was going to stream it,
Oh, that would have been
now,
nice. Well, there's
that
always
would have been
tomorrow.
nice. I am. I'm not gonna stream tonight. I need to go work out because I didn't. I was supposed to wake up early and work out. I know this is, guys. Okay. I was supposed to wake up early, get out. I didn't set the alarm. The alarm didn't work. Anyway, not important. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Microtransaction Review. We love you so much. If you like, tell us what you think about farming simulators down below, or simulators at all. Does it sound like something you'd be interested in trying? Let us know. Until next time, and Liquid.
What's up?
Tell the kids how to feel.
So first of all, I want to let you know to take care, love each other, and just be cool. Be cool.
All right, guys. Be cool.